What we will be looking at in this video is how to take a soundtrack and in Audition scrub out all the extraneous noise. To begin with, you need to open Adobe Audition and this screen here will come up. And what you need to look at just for this demo is in here is your editing screen where you have both the multi-track and the waveform. And this is the bin where you actually put all of your different sound clips. And that's what we'll be working with now. Here's where your effects are. But we're not too worried about that at the moment. We're just looking at sound scrubbing. So with here, I'm just going to work with one particular clip. It's the telemix mix down. And I just have to drag it into this bin here. And if I want to see what it's like, actually, what it looks like on the timeline, I just have to click on it and drag it in. And this is the waveform, and this is the multi-track. Or if we just want to go to multi-track, we can open a new session that just says mix. Okay, and that's how you could start, and you could then drag your track into there. And here's where it'll be. And once again, here's the waveform. Okay, that's how you open up Audition. We will start with a clip that has a mixture of things like lions, tigers, and things like alarm clocks, and you want to eliminate some of those aspects like the alarm clocks. So we take, I've already got a mixture here, and you drop it onto the multi-track. Now, what you want to do is, from here, you can't really see the entire thing. So what you need to do is click waveform. And once you get waveform, you can see that you get both the track itself and you get what you see here is an actual waveform view of it. And we're just going to back this up, and then you can listen to what it actually sounds like. We'll play the entire clip. And pay attention to these bright yellow markers here, and you can hear the actual sounds as it passes by, the various markers. And then down here in these other yellow areas, but they're not quite as sharp, are the sounds of tigers, lions, and then right here you're going to get thunder. So pay attention to what you see as the cursor passes and what you hear. Okay, so you get an idea of what that sounds like. Now, it's very easy just to take these little yellow bits here, and that's where the sound will be the brightest. But in this particular one, you're going to want to erase these, and then keep the line in here. Now, you have a number of tools here. This is just the Marquee selection tool, where you can create a square or a rectangle like that. We don't want that right yet. Or you can use the lasso, and you can lasso certain elements. Or you can use the paintbrush, and you can paint over certain things. And you can increase the opacity here to 100 if you like. Okay, now once you highlight something with any of these three tools, you can then delete it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to delete first one, and then another, and then another, and then all three, so you can actually then listen to how it goes through here. We'll keep actually one of them active, and then eliminate sounds out of these, and then I will eliminate various sounds out of these other areas here, and then you can actually hear the difference. Okay, so some of them I'm just going to take the eraser tool, and once you highlight something, then you just hit the delete, and you'll see it's more or less erased. So I'm going to take the Marquee tool, and in this case the Marquee tool will be a little bit easier, and you just highlight something again, move your cursor, just hit delete. And you need to put the cursor in another spot and then click return, just to eliminate the lines that you've made. So we'll leave these here, and I'm going to eliminate this one. So I just outline the area that I want to delete, and then I just hit delete, and then you click the cursor somewhere else and you can see that has deleted. And now I'm going to delete that one, and then with this one I'm going to delete 3 of them. And then I'll play this through and you'll be able to hear what it's like. So you see, in each section a different sound disappears. Now we can undo that, and I'll delete different ones, and you'll hear that will change the sound again. So I've just undone all those, and then in this one I'm going to delete the louder one there, and also here, but I will leave one of them. And because this sound alters also if I change the pieces I eliminate here, it creates a different sound altogether. Here we go. There you go. Now I'm going to go through here and eliminate various of these alarms, and then you'll be able to hear some of the differences. And on some of these I'll just eliminate chunks of them, and then I'm going to spread this entire thing out so you can hear what happens when I eliminate some and not others. Now you might wonder why I don't just eliminate a big chunk of them all together, because what would happen is I would end up eliminating sort of the sound of the tiger or the lion. And then with these you'll see what happens. I'll just eliminate part of them, so you'll be able to hear the difference there. And I think in this I'm going to eliminate a big chunk so you can hear the difference. And then in here I'll just eliminate small patches of them intermittently. So we'll go through and you'll listen to the entire thing, and then, for example, pay attention to here and to various other places as you eliminate them. And then I think here I'll just eliminate a good batch of them so you can hear the quiet. Now, if you want to spend a lot of time, you can go up here and eliminate all little sections of this, but essentially where it is bright yellow, the brighter it is, the louder it will be. Here we go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into it and eliminate a few more. And now, after erasing some additional sounds, I'm going to take certain chunks of them and actually increase the volume of them. So this would be a way that with trial and error you could eliminate a lot of sounds that are creating interference. Now you see here, there's still some small sounds in there that that will leave perhaps something high-pitched, for example, up here. Maybe we'll leave one of them in there so you can hear the difference. And this again here is the animal itself. Now, the more you take out of there, the more that you're going to create kind of sometimes only having a low end register or only a little bit of a high, because you could hear what happened when the cursor went past there. Okay, now that we have removed a number of little bits of audio noise, let's see how it sounds. Drag the cursor back there and zoom in a little bit here. So you can hear that there's still a few little clicks and things like that left, and you can always eliminate those clicks if you want to work more into it, and there are more filters that we will look at later. And we can get rid of some of these mid-tone sounds. But one thing you can also do is highlight a certain area, and you can actually increase the decibel level. So we put plus 15, and you'll see here it's a lot louder. You can hear that. So just from here, you'll be able to hear the difference. So you can still hear a little bit of the background sound, and that's because of these elements here. Now here you could probably safely get rid of a little bit of those, but not too much, because then you get rid of the thunder. Now in this case, the thunder is fairly low register, so you're not going to harm it too much. And we'll listen to that. Well, you see there's still a little bit of sound through that. You can get rid of that. Or you could get rid of the whole block. You can hear when you get rid of all of that, you get a slightly different sound. Now, one thing you could do is just increase the sound of the thunder here. And then when you export this, just minimize it in the Premiere soundtrack. So we're just going to raise the decibels there. And then in comparison, actually, the rest of it will sound fairly quiet. But one additional thing you can do, I'm going to erase a few things I did there. So I'll get rid of actually the upper level here. You can actually take sounds and you can transplant them. So I could take that sound of, actually maybe we'll take a little bit more of it. I'll take that sound of the lion. I'll take that sound of the lion and I'll copy it. So I'll do Command C and I could just move it right here. You must highlight where you want to paste the audio clip. To paste, it's Command V. And this panel comes up and it says it's going to change some of the duration of another clip. We don't have to worry about that. So we just click that and you're going to hear that. You also have that lion right here. Now, you could also do that taking the sounds of the actual phones or the alarms or things like that, and move those around also. You can do similar things on the editing track of Premiere, but you can't isolate sounds in the same way and move those to different places. And we might want a little bit more of that sound in here. And again, highlight where you want to paste the clip. And again, to paste, it's Command V. There you go. So those are some of the things that you can do with the waveform track in Audition. So once your sound clip is edited and you're ready to export it, it's quite easy to do. The first thing you need is to put it into multi-track, because that's the only way you can export it. And then you go up to File, Export, Multi-track Mixdown, and then your entire session. This comes up here, and if you want to keep it as Mix 22 Mixdown, that's fine. You browse where you want to put it, and it's already going to the right place. And you can think of what sort of soundtrack that you want. If you're going to use it in a video that you're editing, keep it in AIFF, or unless you're doing WAV. But AIFF is a high definition, high quality sound. You only edit MP3 if you're going to just use it in your iPod or something like that. Otherwise, keep it in AIFF, and then you just click OK.